Night Sun Bible Camp, and this is the third week, the older kids, senior week, 9 through 12. And so we've had 3 weeks, primary, junior, senior, and each week's a little different. It's been super rainy all week this week, but this theme has been about abiding in Jesus. And so what's special to me and why I love coming back year after year is that these kids are really thinking about faith, thinking about what does it look like to move from childhood faith to, being personally devoted to Jesus. And it's been cool to see over the years. I grew up going to this camp since I was in first grade. In 2007, started working on staff over the years. And so being able to see some kids from first grade all the way up to high school, and then I've done their premarital counseling and I've married some of them off. And so this place is just a grounds for faith to develop and to thrive. And so there's a lot of fun that we have out here. There's volleyball, there's water sports, there's all sorts of good food. But at the center of it all, just a place for kids to focus on Jesus. And so that's what makes it so special to me and why we come back every single year.
And some charcuterie board stuff. Charcuterie board.
Have enjoyed quiet time a lot because I have 2 really close friends that I met at camp, and they weren't here this week because they had to be in junior week. And so even though I have close friends here, it was just a little bit different. And another thing that was really a blessing was getting to talk to different groups because I love the people here so much, with all my heart. And not being with that really close group made me have not exactly forced me to, but made me spread out more. And it was such a blessing to get to have real conversations with. It's so amazing. I come from a church where we use instruments because I'm non-denominational, and there is something just so powerful about the a cappella here, and it just lifts my soul every time, even when I can hardly sing because my voice,
to get to know people. So I think camp really got me out of my shell and met new people. The people from Freed are really nice and stuff, and it's cool to meet college. It's cool to have college people up here helping for camp, and it's just a really nice experience.
I'm gonna be your pizza man. I'm gonna be your pizza man. Hey, Rosalie Bob. Depend on you for the sun to rise.
So one example of this
Time that we've been giving, we've been focused on doing a bunch of discussion questions, and those seem to really help a lot of people. I've noticed I've taught twice now during the Bible class hour, and some people are invested, but there's not a lot of participation at times. Granted, there's not a whole lot of opportunities to participate, but when we've been together doing our discussion questions, I have heard most every person, especially from our group at Freed, has talked to me about how when we do our application time, there are people talking that don't normally talk at all at camp. And it's been really awesome to see that. They've been getting into some really deep discussions in a lot of the groups. And it is showing that these kids are really wanting to grow, and they're paying attention.
I am the head cook out here this week. I love cooking, first of all. That's one of my passions. I have done it for large groups of people since I was a teenager. I started when I was 13, specifically in camp kitchens. Not this one entirely, but with other ones. And I love that food is the center of memories. Oftentimes when people sit around a table, they remember the conversations that they have with people, and food gets to be a big part of that.
I'm a good one to
What if we go to use every part of your brain?
Right?
We are created by the ultimate creator.
Yeah.
And therefore, if you think you can't do art, you can. You might not do it like somebody else.
Yeah.
But everybody has their own styles, mediums, techniques.
Yeah. So this is ministry, right? I love that.
Chill and let the Word of God assimilate into your bodies.
Yeah, your dad did not give birth. That's not the first time I've had a prayer answered, like at camp. Well, I've had many prayers answered, but this time it was through someone. Yeah. It was about renewing your mind, heart, and body, and that just really hit me.
Here at this camp, and I think this year I finally felt more at peace with myself and my relationship with God. I feel like I'm part of camp, and that's why I come here, is to build my relationship and make things stronger.
I mean, look, this is like the final year for this cabin as we're gonna rebuild this new one. But as you can see, you can capture as much history as possible, going from back all the way till 1988 till now.
My name is Charlotte Church. I'm 18 years old. I come to camp because I come every year, and it's a place where I can spend a lot of time with my friends and family. And I think something about camp is it kind of brings out the best in everyone, and it allows everyone to be vulnerable and away from everyone at home. I think sometimes when you're with your church family, I think you kind of put on a face. And Claudia was saying earlier today, she's like, something about camp is just you're around people same age, same mindset, same kind of place in your life.
I just think back to when I was a kid and camping at this exact same camp, that going out, making the memories with the friends, the tubing, the skiing, the kneeboarding, the wakeboarding. Those are going to be memories, core memories that people remember and talk about, and they're going to remember when Joe got thrown 6 feet in the air and the inner tube flipped 3 or 4 other people, and people get shoulders hurt and everything else, and this isn't all that camp has to offer. Obviously, there's a lot of spiritual growth and blessings that are here, but the water sports definitely ties it all together and brings people together.
This year is that I've never been in the role of rec director. In the past, I've been a counselor and I've been a camper, so I've gotten to see that side of camp. But this time I was really responsible for helping the campers just enjoy their time out here and have a good time. Sort of like lifting people up in a sense and making them really want to come back and really be focused on enjoying time with each other while also worshiping the Lord.
The reason I hold on. Running down to the riverside. We You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Come on. You're sure you don't like that song? No, this is horrible.
You're better than my mom. Alright, boys. See y'all on the other side. Mr. Fly. Hey. Some light.
With another video. This time we're seeing to the ladies on the other side of camp.
Stay with me. Let's sing out. So won't you stay with me? 1, 2, 3. Boys, four.
Mama, I would today follow my best strategy. Sweet me the way that she drives me wild.
You actually.
I just messed up the words, but I know
1.
the skies are blue.
I love it.